Hey there. I'm here to talk to you today about some best practices that you can set up in your litigation firm so that when you're working with your paralegals and assistants, all of your staff, they have an idea of what to do, how to do, and you don't have to completely give instruction for every little step of what needs to happen. And the first one is that you want to develop a documented process and procedure for several redundant tasks for your staff. It's not something that they're necessarily going to read through in its entirety on a daily basis, but having it as a policy and procedure means that you've put them on notice beforehand of how you expect things to be done. So you want to have this as a document, number one, and number two, you want to have it with video tutorials or walkthroughs of exactly what it is that you're speaking about. You can use a couple of different softwares out there. I love Loom because it'll show your little face down there, and then it'll have what your work through is on the front. And then there's another one called Scribe. I have not used it, but I've seen it online. And it kind of creates workflows and I believe screenshots of the task. So there's a couple of options. You also could use just kind of basic Zoom and just record your screen as far as what you're doing and drop the link into the document. This way, there's no confusion as to how to do it. This best practice is top tier. Something very few firms do. A lot of firms will bring new staff and new attorneys on and do very minimal training. And having a set way that you like your firm to operate will leave less doubt and question if somebody's out or if somebody leaves. Everything is done to your specification. So this is something that I always do everything the same way. And as I've left roles, I've been asked before, can I create these types of things? And of course, I will do that for them. So that's number one. Number two, you need to have a process for how you process the mail, whether that be, I mean, specifically, I'm talking about electronic service or service of documents, right? So if you get a hard copy in the mail, you get a FedEx, or if you get an email with a document served, who does what, how it needs to happen. I always suggest that you have at least one other person on your e-service list. So if a document comes in, especially if it's federal court, it's very easy to do. You kind of set it up in the background on your settings. But that way the document comes in and there's more than just your eyes, because sometimes you get busy and you get a little bit distracted and you may miss something, but having a second person who automatically does whatever it is that you want them to do, that is super helpful to have your firm running efficiently, and they should be communicating with you within that process. So that might look like they receive the document, they look at it, they docket whatever dates need to happen. If it's discovery or if it's a motion, they automatically generate a shell and send it to a handling attorney. There's a lot of different things. Let's see, a document production. They may automatically pull it into your e-discovery platform or place it on a server. So there's a lot of different things that you can have them automatically do, so you don't have to tell them every single thing that needs to happen in the firm. This is going to make your life a lot easier, right? And I have number three. Okay, and this one is something that I kind of took from my experience between two firms. So one firm, they gave me a lot of autonomy. Things would come in, and I would basically have to decide how I wanted to handle them. And so I came up with my own process and procedure. But document management. Okay, so I don't mean on the things coming in side, I mean on the things going outside. You want to autopilot the document management and your timekeeping. Okay, so what I mean by that is if you're working on a draft, if this is your firm standard, when you're working on a draft, by the end of the session of the work that you're putting in, you want to automatically save the current draft, or update the draft that's there with what you've got as the current draft. Before you walk away from your computer, you want to also enter your time. Okay, and if there's documents that are being filed or finalized, you want to upload those into the system. So then now no one has to say, well, where's the working copy of the document? Where's the filed document that was filed last night and I can't find it in the system? This is going to save everybody a lot of time and energy when collaborating. And the last piece, of course, is that time entry. Now, when you enter your time daily, I got this from a firm and I was like, oh, enter it daily. That seems really harsh. Oh no, it's so much better. You're not going to over or undercharge for your time because you just sat down and did the task. You know about what time it was when you got started. You get up and it's done. You don't have to go back and recreate your time entries for the month. Some of these things are really good to keep you, I guess would say, in compliance and to keep you from having some liability issues. Missing deadlines is a huge, huge way that law firms end up having liability issues, and also um, time, overcharging for time. So these two things will keep your firm from being, having liability issues. I'm going to put together a list of several other best practices that can go into your template and your document that you can create for your firm. If you want a copy of that document, just comment best and I will send you a copy. All right. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.